We live?
We're live.
Hello, everybody. My name is Lisa. I am the Self-Mastery Princess. I know y'all didn't think y'all was going to leave the week without me posting my 5th video. Come on. So we're coming with a juicy video today. I have another wonderful guest, someone that is so near and dear to my heart, a very close friend, my bestest friend, a sister. I mean, me and this young lady have been in each other's lives for over 2 decades, and I'm only 28, so that should let you know that it has been such a journey. But this is Samantha. I will let her introduce herself, let the people know where they can follow you and all those type of things.
Okay, well, hello, hi, how are you? I am Samantha Cayley. I am a licensed realtor here in Houston, Texas. So if you are ever in the market looking to buy, sell, or rent, please let me know. I'm also a real estate investor, so I'm also looking for any connections and business, like-minded people, business partners that are interested in doing what I'm doing. So you can find me at SKJX_ on Instagram. I don't have a YouTube just yet, but maybe I'll be making
We're working towards it.
I've been thinking about doing something for my sister-in-law journey. So kind of like giving y'all different styles and, just kind of documenting all of that. I have a lot of footage, but I haven't actually posted anything. I've also done a few travel vlogs, but I just haven't had this chance to sit down and edit and post anything. So that's in the works. So once we get the handle, I'm sure Lisa will put it down here.
Yep, in the description bar.
Right.
Yes. So today we are going to be talking about the importance of sisterhood, friendship, on a journey to self-mastery. I know you guys are thinking it's self-mastery. Yes, it is self-mastery, and a lot of it you do it on your own, but there are key people along the journey that help you stay on track, that support you, that push you, that inspire you. So it is self-mastery, but you can't do it without other people. The reason I wanted to bring Samantha on the show is because we actually moved to Houston together. We were the 2 crazy lunatics to leave everything we learned, we knew back home. We decided, we made that decision. And I always tell you guys, anything in this life that you want, you have to make that decision. And it's not so easy to do by yourself. And if you are fortunate to have a person who can support you or that's pushing you in that right direction, don't take it for granted. So let me ask you some questions. What was going through your mind 2019 when you decided that you were going to move to Houston with me?
Okay, so at that point, we were both in very different places, right? Because you had graduated, you were already out of school. I was still on my way to graduation. I actually had technically walked, but I had a summer class. And this was, I think my mom she doesn't even know about this, but I had a summer class. But I had a summer class that I had to finish in order for me to actually get all of my credits and get my degree. So I ended up walking in the fall. Was it the fall? No, it was the spring, but I graduated in the fall of 2019. And at that point I was like, you know what am I doing? I'm not doing anything. I'm not really happy. I'm not really, I don't really have any plans per se down here. And I just wasn't in a place where I wanted to go back home. And I just wanted to do something different, right? And I wanted to be somewhere different. I wanted to change an environment, change in scenery, kind of like a recreation in that sense. I wanted to kind of recreate myself and, just start fresh, new, right? My college experience was very unique. It wasn't like most people's college experience. And I feel like everyone has a unique experience, but it was definitely something that I was very happy to close that chapter and be done with, and to get far away from the things and the people and the distractions and all of that, and just start something brand new and fresh in a new city and state. So we moved. We were looking at different places, right? We were thinking about going to California. We were looking at Atlanta. It's a lot of different places. And there's nothing wrong with those places, but I'm definitely happy with the decision that we made to move down here to Houston. So yeah, that was what was going on in my mind at that point. I just wanted to start fresh.
How much fear did you have?
Oof.
Like on a scale of 1 to 10, how much fear did you have?
I was like a solid 8.5. And it's not because I didn't have faith, but it was more like at that point, we didn't have a lot. It was just a dollar a dream. Okay?
$1 a dream.
We was just moving. We was just going by the grace of God, you know? And it ended up working out, thank God. But it was definitely a scary thing. And then on top of that, you know, for me, I think the biggest thing that really was like kind of fueling that fear was the aspect of maybe failing, right? And then coming back home. I feel like if I ever had to come back home with my tail between my legs and, you know, say like, oh, I tried it and it didn't work out, I think that would have definitely been a really, really tough pill to swallow for me.
And I think that's an interesting point because I feel like that feeling is also transmuted into fuel. Mm-hmm. You know, coming into a new environment, knowing you don't have any, you know, additional friends or family members, or you've invested so much, because you stretch yourself that much, you're in too deep. So it's like, not to say when we moved down here we didn't encounter gymnastics. I mean, that's life, but when you make that kind of decision, the gods, the universe, everybody will be there to help you on that journey. And you guys know we love Jesus on this channel, so it's like it was nothing but God guiding and leading us to the right decisions and helping us figure it out. And I don't know who's out there who's watching this video, whether you're thinking about relocating or going somewhere else. I'm not going to tell you it's so easy and we didn't have issues and it was like, no, it was like I would say the most scariest decision I've ever made in my life today. Yeah. I think that was the biggest thing.
It was scary. It was hard. And it was not easy. It was not an easy transition. It was a lot of bumps. It was a lot of falling down, you know, and getting back up and picking yourself up. But that, I will say, if I were to experience that later in life, I feel like it would have been more detrimental because I was so young when I made that decision, and because I was so young when I had all these different new experiences and challenges. I feel like they prepared me now, and they kind of solidified my decision making, my thought process when I'm making these bigger decisions, right? And I feel like when you're young, that's when you're supposed to do these types of things. You're not supposed to sit, because the life, if you sit in a place where you are not happy, you're not moving, and you're not doing the things that you want to do, you're going to be left with regret. And I think for me, I would have rather, even though I this fear of failure was so, you know, prominent in me at the time, I would have rathered the failure than the regret. To not be able to like actually experience these things and to actually make those decisions and to move. And then if I was to ever do it in a later point in life, who knows? You know, like I probably would have been in a relationship. Things would have been different. Yeah. I probably would have had just a completely different career, you know? Because like where I work now, that's not a place that I could have worked in Philly. You know what I mean? It's not like, or what I'm doing now, who knows if I would have been even interested in doing it if I was back home in Philly. So
yeah, no, and I think that's a huge point, because I think a lot of people, they see your end product and they feel like, oh, how can I get there? Like, you know, you don't understand. And I've always been a person like, the hand you've been dealt, you know, I'm a big believer in play the card in the hand that you've been dealt. If you don't have everything figured out, but if your heart is pushing you and, you know, being, you know, you guys know, you know, I'm African, that we're Liberian. So this was a huge, like, no. This was a huge no. Growing up, you know, with our traditional values, you know, we come from a background where, you know, is to play it, you know, safe and get an education and, you know, stay close to the family. And it's with love, because, you know, the family loves us and they want us to be safe and secure. So can you imagine, you know, just graduating college and having to go against your tribe? I mean, how was that for you, like having that conversation with mom, sisters, and saying, hey, like, I'm relocating?
I mean, I was always very much of an individual. I was kind of like the little black sheep.
Yeah.
I always kind of march to the
little black sheep club. Yeah.
Yeah, we were the ones. There was commotion. It was usually we was somewhere in the mix. So, I don't think it came as a surprise to anybody that I was trying to get up out of here, but it was hard. It was hard because I am the youngest in the family, and everybody was so very close knit. You know what I mean? Like, that's just not something that you do. You just don't get away from home. And
you going to disrespect your father.
Yeah, all of that. So it was definitely not something that was an easy decision, but I think because I was such an individual and I was so like determined, and I think one of the things that was easy for my mom to give her grace and give her blessing with the move was that she knew that I was a hard worker, right? She knew that I was somebody that was very focused and determined and driven, and she had seen the things that I had completed on my own while back home. So she really didn't have much stress or worry about me coming out here and succeeding. I don't think she was scared in that way for me. I think that she always believed that I would be successful with whatever I do, and she definitely had that in the back of her mind. She was more so worried about the other things that are out here and the different influences that are out here, and just making sure that our relationship didn't, take a hit or a toll because of that distance. So that was one of the things that was harder to work through. But then she ended up actually moving out here. So
you see, and I say that to say, it is going to be a different conversation as you're on your journey to self-mastery. There are some things you're going to do right now that your family, your closest friends, they may not understand. And as the similar experience with me, my entire family has been out to visit me several times. They love that I moved. They love this place. And, sometimes it does take you taking that. Somebody has to go first. Somebody has to take that first step. So you might encounter some resistance, but don't be alarmed. And also still tell your family. I feel like today we live in times where people are just living by themselves. If you are blessed to have a family, even if they don't agree, I also did, after the long talks, I did receive the blessing. It's important, and I know society right now wants, young people to believe that they can just do anything and it's YOLO and FOMO and SO. I don't even know all these things, but if you have a mom, if you have a dad, a guardian, like, just let them know. They just want to know you're safe. Like, I get it. I'm young, vibrant. I'm with the vibes. I can't keep up with all the TikTok dances. But, if you are young, 18, 19, trying to figure it out, don't look at it like your parents are, wanting the worst for you. They just want to know you're safe and you're okay. Mm-hmm. That is it. You know what I mean? Just tell them. If they agree, they don't agree. Just tell them, because I feel like a lot of the times people make these kind of huge life-changing decisions, don't tell their parents, and now it's like they're double stuck. You know what I mean? So that's that. And then, okay, so how important do you think sisterhood is, friendship is, on a journey to building yourself, personal development, all of these type of things?
Yeah, I think it's very, very important. I think the people in life that are very successful are the people that are interdependent. So I am a very independent person, right? So you have the spectrum, right? On the other end, there's Miss Independent, Miss I got it figured out, I could do better by myself. And then you have dependent people that are very like, I can't make a move, hand out, I can't make a move until somebody come with a game, the plan, the situation, the tickets, I need you to come, you know what I mean? I feel like the sweet spot is that interdependent part, right? Knowing how to take care of yourself so that you can help take care of others, and how to rely on people and how to build those healthy connections. Sisterhood is very important. It's extremely important, and I think more than anything, it's about having alignment. I think quantity is better than quality, right? And I think that's something that in this generation, in this time, I think a lot of people kind of struggle with sometimes. Is a lot of people feel like having a lot of people around and a lot of people knowing your business, or talking to a lot of people about what's going on in your life is sisterhood or, you know, friendship, but I feel like being able to have relationships and, you know, making sure that you have a really good connection with people and that those connections are genuine, I think that's better than anything. So just making sure that the people that you are around, you actually really are getting something out of that relationship and it's genuine, and, you know, it doesn't have to be a million people. It doesn't have to be a lot of, you know, individuals, but so long as you have somebody that you can go to that, you know, will hold you accountable in the ways and you know, the things that you're trying to get done, and they're encouraging and they're, you know, they can give you the real deal when you need it, right? Sit you down and have that real talk with you when you need it, and, you know, encourage you when you need it and stuff like that. And you can be that sounding board for them as well. It's very important to have that.
Yes, just to piggyback off of that, I don't believe that, especially as a woman, you know, ladies, I know a lot of rhetoric on the internet. You can't trust people and this and that, and I know, like, it's not to say that, you know, there's not have been bad experiences, but I believe that, you know, sisterhood, mentorship is so important. And, you know, we have the opportunity, you know, being African, growing up Liberian, we would be with aunties, big cousins, older sisters, you know, sitting, talking, giving wisdom, support. And I think that even if you don't have that in your immediate family, if you find people along the journey who understand what you're doing and you guys can have your own family, that's okay too. But to be in this crazy world and you don't have, you know, a person you can call who is genuinely there. And I think sometimes the issue becomes is that we are not our authentic selves, so we attract unauthentic people. Yeah. We're not leading with the fact that we're, you know, passionate about life, passionate about self-development, passionate about spirituality. We bond over other things, and then we kind of trauma, you know, substances, whatever the thing may be, and you kind of hit this flat line. And I think one thing we can give you guys, I think we could probably give you 3 signs you have a genuine sister or a genuine friend. Like, what can we give the subscribers if they're looking right now, they're on their journey, they're meeting people, how can they decipher if this is a person that is my girl, you know, we're in it together, we're in alignment, or this is somebody that is just, you know, kind of passing by night? What would you say?
I don't know. I feel like I know for me, but I don't know if I'll be able to tell.
But for you, maybe you
Well, trust your intuition. I say always lead with your intuition, your gut. You know, like that little voice in the back of your head saying, I probably shouldn't say that. I probably shouldn't do that. I probably shouldn't go there. Listen to that voice, right? Because when it comes, sometimes it may seem like, oh, you're being, you know, like judgmental or whatever, but listen to that voice. Listen to the little cues. I would even say the feeling that you feel when you're with these people. Where is your mind? What are your discussions? What are the conversations that you're having? Are we talking about positive things? Are we talking about motivational things, influential things? Are we having conversations about other people? Is the bulk of our conversations about other people and the negative things like that? Or are we doing little, you know, like, are we doing a lot of drinking together? Is that what we're doing? You know what I mean? I also think maybe the last thing I would say, so 1, your intuition, 2, the feeling that you get when you're with the people that you're around, and those conversations that you're having and how you feel after. And then 3, I would say, maybe a red flag that you can look out for is, you know, there's a difference between being challenged by someone and feeling like threatened by someone. You know what I mean? I think it's very important to know the difference. I think in every relationship, there should be challenge. You should always be pushing for more, wanting more, right? If you see your friend doing something, like we used to always do it, like, oh, you know, Lisa's doing this. Oh, that means like I gotta get up. I can do it too. Like, why not? Like that positive, like, you know, like going to her, like, okay, so what are you doing? Like, how you get that? What did you say to like make that happen? You know what I mean? And learning from it, and then learning to do it, and then going out and then making it happen versus like, you know, like it being a threat to you. Like, oh, she's doing this, she's doing that. Now I gotta like try to like do something to like maybe what's the word I'm looking for?
One up?
Not one up, but like jeopardize it or like sabotage it, right? Yeah. Or planting little seeds of self-doubt.
Yeah.
You're telling your friend about your plan and the thing that you're trying to do, and then they're like, oh well, I don't know if you should be doing that, girl, because I don't even know. Like right now, you're trying to buy a house, you're trying to do this, the interest rates, no. People like that, that's the red flag you should be looking for. You should always be looking for challenge in your relationships, more so like, I want to get better, I want to do better, right? People that are holding you like us just accountable to, if you say you have a plan that you're about to do something and your friends are like, or one good thing, right? A lot of times people are saying, I'm going to go out and I'm going to, lose weight. I'm going to be on a diet today. And people want to invite you out to eat. And they want to tell you to drink. You say you're not drinking. Why are you not drinking? Mm-hmm. What do you mean why I'm not drinking? I'm not drinking because I don't want to drink. And I'm not drinking because I'm on a diet. I can come out, have a good time and not drink and it still be cool. So just those little things like,
I think those are really, really good. I think those are good points. And I think just to even add to that, I think the first thing, even if I look at our friendship over the years, consistency. A good friend, a sister, will be consistent. Regardless on whether the fact that maybe y'all are seeing eye to eye, it will be certain moments in life, whether you guys are on the best terms, not the birthdays, celebrations, you will see that this person is consistently showing up for you on your biggest days, your graduation, your wedding, your birthday. This person was there. Not only was they there, but they immersed themselves in your joy. And I like to also say, I love taking pictures. You can look at a person's picture and you can see when a person smiles from their eyes, you can see the genuineness like just oozing out of the picture. You know what I mean? So I would say consistency for sure. And I will also say values. I think a lot of the time we talk about values and we get so caught up and wrapped up in relationships, personal romantic relationships, we forget to look at our friendships. The only way you and a friend are going to build a sisterhood or any relationship of longevity, whether it's a friendship or a personal relationship, the values have to be intact. You both have to value friendship. You see how that works? If I value friendship and you value friendship, then even if things come our way, we both have that common value. But if I value disrespect and you value respect, there's a little confusion there. So I would say look for similar values. And I will also say, I think this is one thing that kind of goes, it's a subtle thing, but look for how this person speaks of you, even when you're coming into a new environment or when you're not there. I think that's a telltale giveaway, because a lot of the time it's easy for me to say, oh, this is my best friend, or post something on Instagram. But, if I'm introducing you, like, oh, this is my friend, this is somebody who I looked up to, they'll say, you can kind of see that story. And we're storytellers. When we like just like if, oh, I found a good perfume, I'll call you, oh my gosh, Sam, I got this perfume, it's so nice, this and that, we'll know the bottle. Mm-hmm. But if you're my friend, oh, this is just Lisa. And, personalities are different, but I think just that overall enthusiasm to sustain a true sisterhood and a true journey. But I think that is all we have for you guys today. Thank you guys so much for joining us on another video. My name is Lisa. I am the Self-Mastery Princess. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video. And drop down in the comments, how important do you think sisterhood is on the journey to self-mastery? Let the people know where they can follow you again, just in case we caught some people who jumped in the middle or whatever.
SKJ. I will put it down.
We'll put it in the description for y'all, but we'll see y'all next time. Bye.
Oh.